And today's eMoney tip of the week, I'm coming to you with part 2 of a 2-part series on the client portal. I keep getting this question two questions from people. And the first one is, Greg, do you use the client portal and why? And the second one becomes, how do you show it to clients and how do you increase engagement with them when you're showing it? So, and that first one I talked about why. If you have questions, go back and watch that one. So we're going to start out with how do we get to the client portal. So this is inside of a sample client here. Make sure you're always in present mode. We're going to go up here to this little globe. If this is a real client and they had a login, it's going to tell you when they logged in last or if they don't have a login. You can click here, go to manage, you can go accept their client website, but we're going to skip ahead. We're going to go to preview the client website. We do this at the end of our first meeting. So our introduction meeting, we call it the listen meeting. We spend 45 minutes listening to the client, trying to understand what makes them tick. And we spend about 15 minutes talking about our fees, our process, and how we interact with clients, our ability to return calls, emails, all that stuff. We call them SLAs, service level agreements. But we also spend time showing the eMoney portal because we believe this is one of the things that makes our firm special to a client or unique to a client. We believe this is our 24/7 face to a client. Is it perfect? No, but it's the best client portal I've seen out there in the market and does wonders. I will tell you, I've been using eMoney since 2006. This portal hasn't changed a whole heck of a lot. The biggest changes were adding the goals tab, in my opinion, and that's about it. I mean, most of it hasn't changed since 2006. Because why? Because they got a lot of it right, and it's just nothing else is out there better. And so I hear this complaint all the time, but Greg, I don't want clients to have to deal with lost connections. Do yourself a favor, use another third-party data aggregator. Go use mint.com or something else out there for your own personal accounts just to see what data aggregation looks like. It is not perfect anywhere. The highest API connections in the industry right now is eMoney, based upon numerous reports out there. So it is good, but you just have to talk to clients. They're used to that. Most of them are using some type of third-party data aggregator, and if you're not going to provide it, somebody else will. So just talk about how to add accounts. I go in here and I show them, this is sample clients, so you're not going to see us. It would say, I have a login or I don't have a login. I always say, like, what's your bank? Okay, use PNC, PNC.com. See how there's multiple logins. Go and look at that blue link and make sure it's the same blue link. You know, it's the same as when you buy a new vehicle. If you buy a new vehicle, the salesperson just made a commission. You're about to walk out the door. They can't make any more money, but they walk you through how to attach your phone to Bluetooth. They walk you through and show you how to use different features of the car. Why? Because they're hoping that you have higher engagement, higher satisfaction, therefore give them referrals and come back to them. That's what needs to happen here. There was a statistic that blew my mind I saw about a month ago about what percentage of iPhone users never take these settings and change them. Doesn't mean they don't download an app. And I can't remember the exact statistic, but I'm talking substantially high number. People don't like change. All right, so you got to show them the ways to use this portal. If you believe that this portal is the way that they interact with you, and you believe that increase, if you go back to my other video, the more they use this, I say at least once every 6 months, that shows a level of engagement. And if you believe that story I talked about in the first one about the person water skiing, it will bring clients back to you and keep and retain clients for you if they don't have this client portal. So I'll explain it to them. I explain to them, look, all this does is connect balances. It's going to break. It's a third-party data aggregation. I talk about how secure it is. There's a security slick in here. I talk about it's a third-party data aggregator, which means it's only read-only. You can't even do transactions. You feel scared about that? Then why do you use online banking? By the way, your bank's online. And so I really don't ever have any problem with clients about security. They actually love it. It makes their life easier. Yes, they understand that they don't have to go in and check connections. It is what it is. But at least if they have to go fix a connection every 6 months, there are banks who do every 9 days, but let's say they go in every 6 months, it's at least better than having to send a statement to me and it's stale dated. I can't even tell when the last date it came from, right? So it makes their life easier. We'll have clients that maybe don't want to do the client data aggregation. They come in for their 6-month review and they go, oh, I'm just going to do this. It's going to be easier. Next thing I'll talk about is the organizer tab, and I'll explain to them this is like their junk drawer, right? This is like their Tupperware drawer that we try to organize. Let's keep it organized. I'll usually tell some jokes about if you can't remember your wife or your husband's birthday, it's right here. You can't remember your child's birthday, it's right here. You want to go the extra level, download their children's date of birth, or excuse me, their pictures from Facebook and their pictures from Facebook and a picture of their house from Zillow. You know, go in here and see how it's tied to your mortgage, your homeowner's insurance. You know, I'll tell them that they can see all their professional contacts. If I have their lawyer, if I have their accountant, I'm going to put that in there. Their income expenses. This is really important too. If there's one particular individual that logs in the other time and the other one doesn't, if God forbid they die, you can see what's in here. You notice these red X's, and again, you can turn these off. I like to leave them on. I always have the philosophy of the more information you give the clients, the more access you give your clients, the better they're going to be. This is 2023. Get with the program. We don't have arbitrage. We don't have information that our clients don't have. Don't think that you have some special thing they want to have to call you. Because when do people access this? They have questions at 2 o'clock in the morning when they can't sleep. They can't call your office. They have questions after soccer practice, after dinner. They can't call your office at 9 p.m. at night, but they can come in here and get the answers. The more self-service you give them, the more they're going to love you, the more they're going to stay with you, the more you make their life easier. I want them to be able to change around their expenses, but I also want them to realize, hey, if you get this red X, it's going to mess up my financial plan, right? So there is a cookie crumb trail. You can find out if a client hits too much, and every once in a while I'll tell a client, you got to lock them down because you play with it too much. Right, but I want them to see their financial priorities. This is sample clients, so it's not accurate to what we do, but we typically put 3 in here, no more than 3. I have other videos about that, but that's their priorities. I want them to see it. We call it their North Star. Their goals, Mr. and Mrs. Client. This is the heart right here. This is your key to success, right? This is your financial plan. Don't worry about the markets going up and down. We can't predict the markets. We can plan for them. Go and view your financial plan. Are you on track? By the way, eMoney, if you're out there listening, please make Decision Center buttons available in here. Man, would I love it. I could set up my client's Decision Center and say, make available on their website. It would make my life so much better and make me more successful and give me more referrals. Please. Spending here, the client has to give you access to this. I don't have access for sample clients, and most of my clients are going to be access. But I'm going to talk about, you get those credit card year-end reports. How about you got to cross multiple ones? I'm going to talk about how they can see their asset allocation, and you can drill down on what's just in my 401k, what is it made up, what type of funds are inside of here, right? You can actually see your returns across everything. I remind them, hey, those returns are only as good as what the people provide. It's a third-party data aggregation. Same with transactions. My custodian currently that I use for my clients does not put their transactions through API connection. I'm hoping they change that. It's one of my biggest bugaboos. I don't understand why they can't figure that out. It's sometimes like Fidelity's APIs are not that great, and Fidelity purchased a portion of eMoney. Right here, I'm going to explain the value of the vault. Mr. and Mrs. Client, this is your secure cloud. Store everything in here, your shared documents. I can see everything in your shared documents. This is how you're going to share business with me. Everything I do for you is going to be in your financial reports here. But also you're going to have this private one I make available for you. Put your passport in here, and you're traveling, and all of a sudden you can't find your passport. You can use that document, log into a computer at the embassy and get another copy of your passport. Keep your driver's license, your marriage certificates, your birth certificates, your divorce decrees, important documents that you don't want to share with me, but you want to keep them in here. Maybe you have a video of your house in case it burns down. It's a secure cloud for you to use. Mr. and Mrs. Client, you're going to have on-demand reports. By the way, I make all these reports available for clients. Yes, my clients might have stock options. Maybe they don't have something in here. But this is at 2 a.m. I want them to come and ask me, what does this report mean? Let me show you meaningful information on your financial plan. I don't know what you want to see. I don't know how much details you want, but I want to get to here. I have these ones favorite because these are ones clients like. I'll usually explain the cash flow report. I'll explain drilling down these blue things. I'll explain that this is a linear, not a Monte Carlo. I'm going to explain the tasks. We use the next steps for all the things our clients need to achieve. Right? The whole point of financial planning is to pursue their goals and live a fulfilling life. What are the steps they have to take today for their preferred future tomorrow? What actions must I take to get that preferred life? I do explain in this help feature. We also help on our website. One of the things we've done to increase engagement is we have our own videos we've created that we send out to clients. We can email them. We have them on our website. The more and more I can teach the client to use this, I'm going to be in front of this with clients all the time. Hey, let me show you where you can see this information in your portal, because I view it as they can access this, they're going to be happier, more satisfied. I'm going to explain the alerts and that they can put any alert they want in here. Just create important dates, but be careful. The more alerts, the less likely they are. I'll talk about security and privacy. At the end of the day, the key here is to walk them through there. You can hire somebody in your firm to do this. Some firms do concierge. They do digital gathering where they get together and they help the client. Michael Kitces calls it a Get Organized meeting. The bottom line is, this is how your clients interact with you. And if you're not doing it, somebody else will. So you gotta walk them through how to use the client portal. We hope this tip helped educate and empower you to do more plans for your clients so that you can impact more lives through financial planning. If you have some great tips we don't know about, we'd love to hear about them. If you have a better way of doing what we just showed you, we'd love to hear about that, because we are a noble profession, and together